So here's the idea with this. So Facebook slash Meta, they've made this whole series about what they think the future is going to look like for the metaverse, and they've made a video for every single social aspect, and um, essentially explaining what they think that is going to look like in the metaverse as compared to now. So let's go ahead and get started. First one is called commerce in the metaverse.
Here we are in this digital space, totally inspired by you and all the things that you love.
Okay, first of all, I have to say they made a pretty good job with the metaverse digital ambience. Probably something you'd find in the Decentraland or in the Sandbox.
How did you go from creating content, creating videos, to a product?
My guy, everybody who's creating content wants to sell something. It is no surprise that she did it.
Comment box. Imagine for your biggest fans, you could have an exclusive launch party where anyone could visit, no matter where they were
This is already being done in Decentraland, bro. You guys are already behind.
in the world.
I love that because when we first launched the brand, everything was shut down because
Growing your business. And you could also drop
Mm.
of the metaverse. You'll be able to sell both digital and physical products. The butterfly effect.
Okay, this is 100% true. So the Accurate Land and the Decentraland, which is something that you can actually go to today, give you digital loot. You can get wearables to wear around the Decentraland, but they also have this desk you can approach, and it'll take you to the website where you can actually get a car. Same thing with Absolute, right? Absolute had 2 weekend parties for each of the Coachella parties, but at the end of the day, they had a bunch of links spread out through the land where you can actually pick up real Absolute bottles in real life. Let's go. So I think this commerce series was actually pretty good. They spent like half of the video talking about her specific business and her journey and whatnot, but the other half they did nail down the points of what commerce is going to look like in the metaverse, and we can compare that to what commerce is looking right now in the Decentraland, where a lot of businesses have set up shop, and you can go and buy digital and physical goods. I thought I was going to be hating all these videos, but let's see. So next one is work in the metaverse. So this one is actually one I can relate to. I was part of the group that March 13th. We just had to run for the hills because of COVID. I've been working at home ever since. Work in the metaverse is something that has been thrown around a lot. Let's see what Facebook's vision is all about.
Over the last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote.
Is this a suck, Tucky?
That sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day all accessible.
So there's something that there's a line that they need to define, right? Is this mixed reality? Is this augmented reality? Is this VR? Like what is their approach here, right? So you got Niantic who vouches for augmented reality. You got Sandbox and Decentraland. What is you got Something in Space, which is 100% VR, but everyone's got their take on it.
From anywhere. Now imagine that you have your perfect work setup and you can actually do more than you could in your regular work setup. And on top of all that, you can keep wearing your favorite sweatpants.
Looking good. Let's get together real quick for a debrief.
Right, so this is some Tony Stark shit right here, right?
How many buildings are there?
Am I to include the Belgian waffle stands?
It was rhetorical, just show me.
Like the guy's displaying a freaking hologram, and it's not really a hologram. He probably has some augmented reality glasses and whatnot, and that is being displayed in front of him. That is probably one of the biggest things with Web3 and the metaverse, is that you're going to be able to interact with data in a different way.
Hey.
So what do we think?
So we got Leia in the freaking hologram checking out the floor plans. Let's go.
But my ship has fallen under attack, and I'm afraid my mission to bring you to Alderaan has failed. I have placed in...
I think it's ready.
Great.
I'll prep it for the presentation.
All right. Good luck.
Okay, so that's probably the shortest meeting I've ever seen in any industry. But they get their point across, right? You can Like we were saying, you can interact with data in different ways. You can live or see what a building is going to look like without actually building it, which is the point of this.
As if you're right there with the team.
Wait, where's Mark?
I think he's in the middle of something.
I was actually reminded a little bit. So this is one of the things that Mark Zuckerberg has actually talked about. You're gonna be able to sit down in a meeting and you're gonna be able to do things that you couldn't do before, right? Of course, with mixed reality or the metaverse, you will have a different landscape to share things. Everyone's gonna hear you perfectly. You won't need to yell from one end to the meeting table to the other. And you'll be able to whisper to people next to you without disturbing any other people in the meeting, right? Yeah, and I think they made an emphasis here on the facial features of the people, which is something they're working on, of emphasizing what the facial features are going to look like, because of course it is a big part of how we communicate. It was a bit short, probably too idealistic for my liking. It is an early draft, and I think it looks cool. I am liking this a lot more than I thought I would. Okay, let's see fitness. Okay, I like the juxtaposition here. They have a person getting ready as if they were going to go out for a run, but of course you're going into the metaverse.
You'll be able to work out on your own. Maybe against an AI.
Okay, so very, very subtle with the haptic feedback introduction there. You can think about this like Ready Player One. The main character had an omnidirectional treadmill and a haptic feedback suit, so he could actually feel everything that was going on inside of the game. This is sort of what they're trying to convey here.
Some friends together for some 3-on-3. Maybe play pickup with people on the other side of the world.
This kind of makes sense, right? Your workout comes from mostly from the movement and not from actually throwing the ball. So it would make sense that you'll be able to play basketball in the metaverse if you have a big enough space.
Or imagine your Facebook cycling group does an AR charity ride.
Well, I love her face. So this is something actually Peloton is trying to do right now. And their big thing into the fitness industry is that they have a stationary bike, but they give you this big screen and they give you a live session with a trainer. So there's sort of what this is teasing to, but it will, of course, be a more immersive experience. You really have a face-to-face feeling because you'll be able to see it spatially through your VR goggles.
Let's go! Complete with a leaderboard.
Or again, this could be mixed reality or augmented reality.
You seem like a natural.
Whoa, alright, that's a little too realistic.
By a little too realistic, I'm sure he means it's probably one of the most human things he's done in his life, even though it is in the metaverse. Gaming in the metaverse, let's actually leave gaming for last. So let's look at education in the metaverse. And if you didn't know, Decentraland actually has a full-blown university in there, and they're working on putting in the open library that currently exists in Minecraft. So you'll be able to access essentially every publication ever inside of Decentraland, which to me is super cool.
Actually, I have to write this paper. Will you help me?
Let's take a closer look. What part of the solar system are we talking about?
Saturn.
Okay, so they made this seem very, very seamless, right? But the amount of processing power that these devices have to do to generate these graphics is probably a lot. So imagine like constantly watching a YouTube video for as long as you need to study. That thing will probably get super hot. So it'll probably like scorch your face to study astrophysics for 20 minutes. So while working on this video, I actually found a Reddit post that talked about this very same question. Username Spitfire7171 asked, anyone else noticed their Quest 2 gets pretty hot? I just started some PC VR with my Quest 2 playing games like Population 1 and Skyrim. I've noticed that after about an hour, it gets pretty warm. And when I'm playing a game, I can actually smell it cooking up a bit or something.
are made up of billions of icy particles?
Really?
Look at this.
So for some reason, one of the weird things that I find here is that if they purposely leave out the goggles here, they want to make it look as if people are actually able to interact with this. It looks kind of sketchy to me when you don't tell us you're gonna need this kind of hardware to do this kind of activity, because we're not 100% there. But maybe that's where they're trying to get. I don't know how. I don't know how.
In the metaverse, you'll be able to teleport not just to any place, but any time as well. Ancient Rome. Imagine standing on the streets, hearing the sounds, visiting the markets, to get a sense of the rhythm of life over 2,000 years ago.
It is actually very cool, and there's two senses to this, right? Everything that happens in the metaverse after it was created, you actually have the option to store that moment. You could have moments on demand. So let's say you want to relive a concert, anything that you lived through in the metaverse, you probably could. And then there's the other, what this video is talking about, which is actually traveling to a simulated historical space, as history describes it, right? So you could probably walk through the streets of ancient Rome. So it definitely opens up a lot of possibilities in the education space, not just going to class and sitting down in a lecture, but actually having some interactive ways to look at things.
Imagine learning how the forum was built by actually seeing the forum get built right in front of you.
That was actually a pretty cool one. Now, I know Meta gets a bad rap, but these videos are actually pretty cool. Before we move on, I just want to say, if you want to check out how these videos are made, make sure to follow my Twitch channel, where you can see me go live, react to these videos, and talk about these topics to the community. Alright, back to the video. Alright, so this is entertainment in the metaverse. Let's take a look.
Imagine your best friend is at a concert somewhere across the world. What if you could be there with her?
I'm packing all my sneakers. I never had a club.
I want to say there's different layers into actually attending a concert in virtual reality and in real life. When you go to a concert in real life, you get that pounding beat in your chest from the bass. There's an overwhelming sensation just from the screaming of the crowd or the stomping of the people's feet. Actually getting to be part of a wave, raise your hands in the middle of the crowd. Like, all those experiences really make you feel like you're there. And that's something that, if you have headphones plugged in, it's not going to feel the same, right?
After party passes? Yes.
Okay, so that's definitely something that doesn't happen in real life, right? There's a whole lot to unwrap here. The Metaverse After Party free passes token. Like, this. I don't see this being too far in the future. This will be something that will give an extension to the concert. So I'd look forward to seeing this IRL.
Just tell the truth.
It's kind of sad to see the chick here just go at it and be super happy and all, and know that she's sitting in her living room. It's kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe.
Jumping in now.
Again, with the mixed reality stuff, like, I think it is kind of misleading. She doesn't have her glasses or not. She just came from this concert. She's super tired. The first thing she did was not put on her VR goggles, but she is seeing the messages pop up from her friend. I don't know. We have seen technology from companies like North and Google Glasses, right? But I don't know if this is what they're doing here. I don't know if that's what they're going to come out with. We'll see.
Hey, check this out. Charity auction happening.
Oh,
there you go. So NFTs and virtual merch related to the concert. I think this 100% is going to be a thing. it already is a thing in the career metaverse. So in the central end, you see a lot of people wearing things that you can recognize from different events. So you know that, oh, they were present at, at this party or at this festival or whatnot.
And when you go to the after party, you could connect with other fans, hear new versions of your favorite songs.
Another thing I want to point out here is how similar these avatars actually look to the people in real life. This is something we don't have still. With Snapchat does this. Snapchat actually takes a picture of you, but in terms of creating a character in the metaverse that looks like you, I don't think we've come this close as a 1% to here.
And check out the merch that just dropped.
Ooh, I like that one.
Well, now you've got to get it.
Okay, haven't gone through some experiences in the Central End and the Sandbox. I have to say this is yeah, it resembles a lot what they describe. Go ahead and check out gaming in the metaverse. I think this one's going to be the coolest one.
Gaming in the metaverse is going to span from immersive experiences in fantasy worlds to bringing...
Again, the suck voice. Come on.
New York misses you.
What's that? I said, let me put my game face on so I can beat you.
Okay, so this right here, what this guy just did, of using your NFTs, or it's actually being done with NFTs, and there's actually creators that are very careful about revealing their face. They haven't revealed their face, and they attend meetings, they attend streams, and they put on this virtual mask that resembles their NFTs, and it's something really cool, right? Because it represents something that you own, but it's also serving some kind of purpose.
Okay. Check. I gotta try another game face next time.
Maybe you'll go head to...
So this right here looks a lot like the virtual basketball we saw earlier, right? And it makes sense to me. A lot of the sport doesn't come from actually hitting the ball. It comes from the movement that you make to actually catch that ball and react to what your opponent is doing. And I think with the paddle, it's actually a lot easier to make it feel like you're playing the game. You can put in like a vibrating motor in there or something to actually create that that reaction feeling without the need of having to use a haptic suit or haptic feedback suit or something like that, right? One other thing I'd like to point out is that we also have a mixed crowd. So we have people from IRL there in the background, but we also have someone that's watching in the virtual world. So okay, and last but not least, the grand finale, we have social in the metaverse. I think I've seen this one.
All right, perfect.
Boy.
Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Mark.
Mark. What's up, Mark?
Whoa, we're floating in space?
Uh-huh.
Who made this place? It's awesome.
Right? It's from a crater. I met in L.
There's 100% of what interacting in the central land looks like, right? Every land that you walk into has this futuristic feeling. It could easily be a spaceship. It could be a festival that looks like Coachella. It could be anything you really want to.
LA.
This place is amazing.
Fuller.
Naomi.
You guys catch that? He has T-Pain in his contacts.
Naomi.
Let's go. And he talked to T-Pain 2 days ago. He also has Vin Diesel in his contact. Mark, you're a player. Let's go.
Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, I hope. Delicious.
Fine.
3D street art? That's cool.
Send that link over so we can all look at it. This is stunning.
They're walking past this digitally tagged street art or whatnot, and they're able to interact with it, see an animation of it. This is 100% doable, and I'm pretty sure it has been done already. But extending this concept a little bit beyond that, there is this one guy on TikTok who actually, what he does is paint on murals in the metaverse. So he actually makes NFT graffiti murals in the metaverse, and watching this guy paint is completely mesmerizing. He's able to control precisely the different strokes of the painting that he's doing, and you see this artwork come to life. It looks like he's painting a real wall, and in the end, he's left with this digital art that he's able to sell because of the blockchain. He's able to market, and he's able to get out there, and it's not bound by a wall in some city where you need a photograph to actually advertise. You can actually own it, and you can visit it in the metaverse. You can probably put it as part of your land. You can place it in your wall. It's no longer constrained to the physical world, and because of augmented reality technology, you could probably make it part of the real world, just like they're showing here.
Koi fish that fly? That's new.
This is wild. Hey, one sec, Boz. It's Priscilla.
Hey, you have to see this beast.
So why is it, like the levels of the interface here? Why is it that when he talks to her in the metaverse, she looks like a real person, right? But she's seeing him as an avatar. Okay, I'm guessing if you have your VR goggles on and you're taking the call in the metaverse, then it shows you as your avatar, because it can't really snap a picture of your face. Okay, that makes sense. It took me a minute, but it looked kind of weird. Okay, so far, like I thought I was gonna make fun of this series, but I've actually kind of enjoyed watching this whole thing. This was all for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Leave a comment saying what you would like me to talk about next. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified when my next video comes out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.